Hello and welcome to this episode of We Are Funded Trading Plus. Jamie and I are here together and we're going to figure out whether we agree or disagree with one another.
The more prop firms that enter the market, the better it is for traders.
Well, based on history of what we've actually seen, theoretically, competition's good.
Yeah, I think if we were talking about more high quality firms with the right approach to business, the right approach to customer service, and I'd say strongly agree, more choice drives innovation. There's a number of reasons why that's good. I think though, based on history, what we're seeing is like the proliferation of firms where they're seeing results of other firms and thinking that they can do it quicker, make some quick money and at the expense of the quality that's being provided. So I think, yeah, in an ideal world, more choice, great. But I think when you take the reality of what's actually happening, you can see the firms that exist one day and disappear the next. And actually, if I was a customer, I'd be feeling more cautious. And I would always look to the firms that have got a track record. I'd look to Trustpilot. I'd look to Funded Trading Plus without plugging us too much.
Yes, I agree, because we've seen people come into the market and we've seen a lot of people exit because they've just gone out of business because they've not known what they've done. But I think at the same time, trying to be my optimistic self, is we've seen customers get a lot more savvy and been like, well, I need to find a firm I can trust as well. So I'm optimistic as the industry matures that, you know, only the good actors are going to remain.
Yeah, no, and that's it. So yeah, I think the summary is, in an ideal world, yes, because it drives us all to reach a better standard. But actually, when you see what's actually going on, it's not necessarily been the best thing for the market or for customers, which is really what matters.
Agreed.
Huge discounts on accounts is good news for traders.
I mean, huge discounts. Yeah, I mean, it's usually you have to bring a certain amount of money in to make the business work. You make any business work. You're not sure at the moment. I'll let you decide when I'm rambling. But no, I think again it sort of links into the history of what we've seen in the firms. Is often we've seen a lot of firms offer more and more discounts because they've not been able to afford to pay traders, so they've needed to just try and get a rapid amount of revenue in and just kick the can down the road. I think sensible discounts, promotions, seasonal promotions are pretty sensible. When you're seeing like 80% off or buy one, get one free, I think people are ties into sort of what we were talking about a moment ago, that people are starting to see as red flags now.
Yeah, and I think when you're focusing on the individual, so for me, would I prefer to get something at a discount? Yes. So a discount is good for
to literally answer the question.
Yeah. I think when you're looking at the fundamentals of what that means and how people can do that, knowing how a lot of these firms operate, those discounts are unsustainable, and you can see firms going bust left, right, and centre because of that. I think there is a way of balancing that, and I think we balance that quite well. So we stagger our promotions. We offer really reasonable, good discounts where anybody would be happy to get that product for that price. But at the same time, it's not unrealistic. And ultimately, there's a lot of value in the product. And you don't want to sell that off too cheaply, because actually it's a really good product offering that you're getting. So I think if people are seeing like the 80%, 90% discounts that, have been out in the marketplace, then I would be really suspicious.
Red flag.
It is a red flag. Absolute red flag.
Backtesting is overrated and doesn't reflect real market performance.
The issue with backtesting is you can curve fit it. So what you can do is, what a lot of people make a mistake of doing is they'll backtest and have their set of parameters, and then they'll tweak these parameters, and what they're really doing is just making it fit what specifically happened in the past rather than what happened in the future. I think in the context of me being a scalper, it was pretty useless for me to backtest because I was quite a discretionary trader, so I was using things that you couldn't necessarily quantify or necessarily write down in a numerical way to sort of backtest. So I didn't like backtesting. I'm a pretty lazy trader anyway. I like to really just be in the moment and not worry about what happened before.
So you're basing this on your personal style?
Yes.
So if you were to take, say, a trader who's perhaps, a swing trader, a longer time frame trader, actually there's a benefit to backtesting. They're gathering their information, they're trying to assess the market, and that could actually give them an edge.
If you had a more mechanical system, that you could do that. Like I said, just got to be cautious of over-optimizing for what actually happened, because that doesn't necessarily mean what's gone forward. So maybe I'm a little bit dismissive, because it was never something I was particularly interested in for my style of trading.
Work as well, I imagine.
Well, yeah, exactly. Which I was dismissive about it. Exactly. Can't make money for what's gone on in the past. I sort of bought Bitcoin in 2010.
So really, is it more like there's a home for backtesting if that suits your trading style and your preferred conditions, but actually don't rely on it, or don't try and manipulate it to fit what you want to see?
Yeah, I think that's a more nuanced answer rather than my crude one. It's a case of, if it could be appropriate for you, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah, okay.
Trading in a group leads to better results than trading alone.
I would agree. Depends on the group.
Yeah.
Because obviously I did a live trade room for 10 years, so it would be pretty stupid of me and pretty remiss of me to say disagree. But it depends on the quality of the group and if you've got that structure in place, if you've got like a good mentor and things like that. But yeah, certainly, as we've spoken about previously, the lack of accountability in trading is very, very difficult. There's not many people who can relate. But if you find a quality group and you're all honest and candid and working towards realistic goals in trading, then it can make a big difference. However, if you're with people who are just trying to lie and manipulate results and show up and have an ego and things like that, then it can be pretty destructive. So yes, generally, but it depends on the quality of the group.
Yeah, and I think that's right. And I think if you're in a group that you trust and actually the people who will hold you to account for the things that, you say, if you set up a number of rules for yourself, actually having someone else there, because I imagine trading can be quite
lonely.
Lonely,
100%.
or you could be quite isolated. So actually having someone, perhaps if things aren't going your way, you've caught a few losses in a row, actually being able to have a group just bring you back into the moment, so you're not perhaps doing that old adage trying to catch a falling knife and recoup your losses like that. Actually having the group there does benefit, as long as you're using it in a responsible way and you're making use of the group for what it is. You don't want to just end up blindly following someone into taking trades that you wouldn't want to take. I think the idea is increase your own accountability, have someone to bounce off, and I think having a support network around you, not just in trading but outside of trading, is probably a benefit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Indicators are essential to become a successful trader.
No, I don't think they are. I mean, no, I think no, because I just used to, again, this is my personal experience, I just used to use price action, the open, high, low and close of the markets. I didn't use anything else, just use basic patterns, support and resistance. But any support and resistance technical indicator, I'd say no. So no.
Well, were you drawing lines on the chart?
Maybe, if I was not lazy. But yeah, it depends what you define as technical indicators. But I see them as the things at the bottom, like MACD,
Fibonacci.
Yeah, Fibonacci things, RSIs, stochastics, all that type of stuff. I see that as more technical indicators that are taking the data points of the OHLC, for the nerds out there, and actually plotting things. So no, I know from personal experience they're not essential. And I think the dangers of technical analysis is people can rely on it too much to think it's an indication of what's going to happen, but they think it's crystal ball.
Yeah, it's not a predictor, is it?
Yeah.
It's these things in the past over a large enough sample size give the indication that your setup is perhaps coming.
Yes.
It's not a guarantee. So, I think, disagree. It depends on your trading style and how you use them. There's no silver bullet here. You need to use what works for you. If you are a technical trader and you understand, that's the other thing. So you use a lot of words there, a lot of acronyms. I'm sat there nodding, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't really know. I was trying to sound clever, but
it didn't really work. But I think for me, it's make sure you understand what you're actually looking at, and then don't see it as a guarantee. So for me, if I was looking at a chart, I might be impressed by the number of curves and colours and lines, but if I don't understand it, it's meaningless. So you've always got to make sure it suits your trading style.
Yeah, there's dangers of it. It can be like analysis paralysis as well. You've got too many things, or on the opposite side, it can be a case of you to get a million indications or signals to get in the markets and overtrade as well. So what I say to people very practically from our mentoring, when we're mentoring and doing trade room, is I'd say to people, justify why everything is on your charts. If you can't make a strong case for justifying why there's something on your chart, then it shouldn't be there. And that was always a really useful process for people to take away.
Nice.
Look, that's it for another episode of We Are Funded Trading Plus. Thank you very much for watching.